So business planning and entrepreneurship management, we have already seen it in the earlier lecture. We have seen the introduction part in the earlier lecture. So we will continue here now. You can see the meaning of who is an entrepreneur. It is coming from a French word, entreprendre, which means to undertake. And see the name of the person, Richard Cantillon, was the first person to introduce this term. Then we have seen the definition. This is the definition which I told you, an easiest definition. As per Peter Drucker, an entrepreneur is one who always searches for changes, responds to it, and exploits it as an opportunity. There's at least one definition you remember. Then after that, we have seen the characteristics of an entrepreneur. These are the different characteristics or features of an entrepreneur. Now, next, today we are going to discuss about the qualities of an entrepreneur. Now, qualities, features, and all would be overlapping. Most of these are similar points. Okay, qualities means individually what are the preferred qualities an entrepreneur should have. Like ideally, what are the qualities an entrepreneur should have? That is what is being explained over here. So first one here it is. It's very easy to understand. First one is willingness to assume risk. We have already seen now what is risk. Risk means any kind of uncertainty. So entrepreneurs are the people who take decisions under the conditions of uncertainty, and therefore they are willing to bear the risk because they exactly don't know what is in store for them in the future. Like they might not even have any clarity of what is going to happen in the future, so they are ready to take the risk over here. And we know that no risk, no gain, isn't it? So since there is an element of risk in every business, an entrepreneur should be someone who is ready to accept the failure also sometimes, because it is not necessary that every time you will succeed in the business, whichever field you are. Sometimes there are chances that there could be failure, so this failure also should be considered as a challenge or an opportunity. And people who are ready to face this risk, they tend out to be very successful entrepreneurs because they are ready to accept all the challenges which are coming in front of them. So this is one very good quality required for an entrepreneur. Then leadership. This we have already seen in characteristics. Leadership, it is a basic quality. A leader should be someone who is leading from the front, and this will enable the entrepreneur to stand apart, or that person will be standing apart, or that person will be acting as a model to the fellow members. And as a leader, what he should do? As a leader, the entrepreneur should try to encourage good performance, and he should ensure that the people are trusting him and listening to him, and he should clarify the roles and responsibilities for other people as well. Then comes decisiveness, decision making. We know that in order to start anything, we should have that willingness to take the decision, isn't it? So in order to establish an enterprise, an entrepreneur has to take various decisions. And decisions like over here, we can say that there should be decisions with respect to the product which he or she is going to manufacture, ownership, sources of finance, where to locate the business, what type of technology we are going to use. We have so many important decisions we are supposed to make. So not only business decisions in the sense, it will include managerial decisions as well. So that quality is also important. Creative thinking, this also we have seen in the earlier topic. Innovation should be imaginative, or we can say creative, because ideas usually involve or evolve through a creative process, and imaginative people can contribute a lot in the business. Then confidence in the project, खुद को confidence होना चाहिए अपने project में. Setting up of any business is actually a very challenging task unless you have passion in that. So right from the beginning of starting of an idea, that is conception of a business idea, till till it is being entered into the market, till it is going to be distributed to the customers, the entrepreneur who has started the project should have a huge confidence in the project. So he should try to understand the intensity of all the problems, and accordingly he should make appropriate plans. Just imagine if the entrepreneur or the owner itself doesn't have, or owner itself lack confidence, then how will the other team members perform? So this person who is going to start, come whatever may be the situation, he should be confident in the project which he is going to start. Technical knowledge. To an extent, the entrepreneur should have good knowledge about the field in which he or she is going to enter into. Like, for example, if it is a hotel business, or if it is a transportation business, if it is a textile, whatever, textile business, whatever it is, at least he should have the sufficient knowledge about that particular field. He should know what are the manufacturing processes, trading processes, the economic aspects related to the cost, finance, and cost and benefits. All these things he should be having thorough knowledge. Flexibility. Entrepreneurs should have this flexibility type of attitude also. Flexibility means not so rigid, means they are ready to change as per the situations. Like, if something goes wrong, they should not hesitate to make the change in the decision. Like, if for example, if some raw material is not available, they should see some other alternative for that. So they should be flexible. Ability to marshal resources. We have seen now, already we have seen entrepreneurs are the people, they are bringing together all the factors of production. We have seen that. So marshal resources means the ability to mobilize the resources. Marshal means bringing it together. And what they do is they do this in order to make the business run smoothly. That entrepreneur should be able to minimize also the cost of production by arranging all the resources on time. Then there is determination. Determination means, what is determination? Yeah, uske pehle there is market orientation, knowledge about the market. Just like technical knowledge, there should be market orientation, because now, like after 90s and now 1991 and all, there's you already know about LPG, liberalization, privatization, globalization and all. Now the world has become just like a global village. It's shrinking. Now sitting at home, we can get products from anywhere in the world. So this uniqueness of the market should be well known by the entrepreneur. The the thing is that the entrepreneur should know what is the changes happening in the market, where he should set up the uh, market, or where he should be selling the products, who would be his target customers. That knowledge also should be there with the entrepreneur. Determination, courage, perseverance. Determination, courage, and perseverance means entrepreneur must have these judgment quality, what is right or wrong, knowledge about the world. He should possess the art of administration as well, because he is the person who is going to lead from the front. Honesty. This is one quality which every entrepreneur can have, should have, because if the entrepreneur is not honest, he cannot stand long in the business field. It is the best policy for any business field, but we can see there may be shortcuts to success and all, but ultimately honesty only will be winning. Drive to achieve and grow. This we have seen in the earlier topic, achievement motivation, that from the inner self, the entrepreneur should have this motivation to achieve success and grow successfully. Because such drive, or जो inner self, जो अंदर से जो आता है, the drive to go ahead, that will give strength to overcome all the challenges, all the obstacles, suppress the anxiety, make the people more and more approachable to that entrepreneur, and he can even find out new solutions to run the business successfully. Then, no need for status and power. An entrepreneur should always work for the people in a balanced way, because anytime loss can happen or failure can happen any time in the business. So if an entrepreneur is working only for the power and for self-interest and not for the entire well-being of the organization, that will not work out. He should not be selfish, and he should try to work for the entire organization. Interpersonal skills, very important skill which is required, or regarding how you are going to deal with the people, because an entrepreneur will be coming across different people during his venture, like during conception of idea, then starting the production, then when they are entering into the market and all, he is not limited to only few people. He is going to interact with n number of people. So he should be a person who likes working with the people, and he should have the necessary skills to deal with these people. Then of course motivator. An entrepreneur should be someone who would be able to lead, as we have seen earlier, who would be able to encourage the people, especially encourage the team members or the subordinates. He should even have this power of influencing others so that other people also will look forward to him as a model. So these are the different qualities of an entrepreneur. As I told you, most of these points are overlapping. Similar points only we have seen in the earlier slide. Now, one more topic we will be covering today is functions of an entrepreneur. It's very easy to understand. Uh, Functions of an entrepreneur. What are the entrepreneurs supposed to do? They are supposed to start a business. They are supposed to run the business basically. So it is very interesting to know how the functions are explained by different experts. Like for some people, some experts say that entrepreneurs are just owner of a business and other people do the work. Some people suggest that entrepreneur is the one who should take the risk and take the business ahead. So there are various opinions regarding it. But some points are there here which we will be discussing. So the first function is innovation. You already know the meaning of innovation, starting something new, introducing a new product in the market or introducing new methods of production or anything like that. So innovation basically implies doing new things or doing things in a new way. That is also innovation only. So that is one function of entrepreneur. Then planning the project. The first step in the first step before starting, you should have these plans in your mind. And this planning process is not a simple process at all. It is a base, we can say, before starting any business. There should be a best possible idea. Then that is what idea, what type of product or service sector you are going to enter into. That idea should be very concrete. Selecting the product line, how to then arranging the finance or capital resources, selecting the site, studying the government rules and regulations, studying the availability of laborers, studying the market, like that. So this planning the project is a very important function of entrepreneur. Then organizing. So organizing means what happens? An entrepreneur coordinates, assembles, supervises the entire factors of production which he requires in different stages for making or running the business successfully. Risk taking and uncertainty bearing, same thing already we have discussed. As future is uncertain, the entrepreneur has to take risk in many circumstances. And if the venture is or if the business is successful, of course, he or she will be making the profit. But if it does not, losses will occur. So taking the risk is very important function of an entrepreneur. Procurement and mobilization of resources. The entrepreneur should arrange all the resources regarding his business. He should arrange the finance, raw materials, infrastructure, sales people, marketing people, etc., who are going to stay with him in helping running the business. Taking business decisions, because entrepreneur is the decision maker, he should take various decisions regarding the objective of the business enterprise, why that particular business is being set up. Then procurement of the factors of production, developing a market, developing the customers, like that. Exploring marketing opportunities or market opportunities. He should know where he would be able to sell his product. He should know the customer's taste, demand, willingness to buy, etc. only from the market trend. What is happening in the newly in the market. For that, the entrepreneur should enter into the market, study about the market and explore market opportunities. Then marketing of the product and responding to the competition. Definitely competition would be there. So the responsibility of the entrepreneur is not only to produce the goods and sell it to the customer. He should also see that, or he should also see how the competitors are performing. He should accordingly make plans for his products to, or he should accordingly make plans to push his products into the market. For that, he should try different methods. He should study about the competitor as well. Financial management, a very important function of the entrepreneur, because capital is required. You need capital resources for starting a business. Capital is required at all the stages of his business, all the stages of production, we can say. And sometimes we know that capital, it will be his own capital or he may even borrow from others. Whatever it is, financial management is a very important function of entrepreneurs. It should be managed very cautiously so that he is not unnecessarily ending up in loss. Upgrading process and product quality, seeing what is happening in the market or keeping in view what is happening in the market, keeping in view the competition in the market, the entrepreneur has to determine the quality of his product. He should see that the goods produced or the services rendered are of utmost quality, and it should match with the competitors as well. And for that, he may even have to bring modern technology, he may even have to bring sophisticated machines. Accordingly, the process should be upgraded. Then only he will be able to survive in the market. Fulfilling social obligations. So, responsibility of a business is not only towards the customers, it is towards the society as well. So, or we can say towards the society as well as towards the community. So, it includes spending a profit, a part of the profit for various societal activities. Like we can see that many topmost MNCs in the world, even we can take in India itself, Tata Group, Infosys and all, they are very much in the forefront for fulfilling the social obligations. It is known as CSR. We will learn about CSR and all later. CSR means corporate social responsibility. So these companies, what they do, they we can now itself we can see during this pandemic and all, even before that, many companies they do a lot of societal contribution. They do a lot to the society so that one part of the profit is being given to the societal activities as well. Like we can say maybe adopting a village, setting up a school in some of the village, or even preventing pollutions. Like many such activities we can see. So that is also a function of an entrepreneur. Then dealing with bureaucracy. Bureaucracy basically deals with government, like or the rules, regulations, the people related to the government and all. Like entrepreneur has to make contacts with the government because ultimately government looks into all these activities. So licensing should be there properly before starting the production activities. Then after that, it is quite necessary that the entrepreneur is following or abiding with all the rules and regulations which the government is putting forward, like paying taxes regularly, joining in hands with the government for working towards betterment of the society or betterment of the economy, like that. So this explains about the functions of an entrepreneur.